So our first bar, right hand wise, is all on the push, so make sure you pull your bellows out, and you're going to play this. Literally G, B, G, B, count it 1 and 2 and. Now it's fingers 2 and 3, okay, because we're in position -1. And for me it's buttons 4 and 5. And like I say, if you've got a third button start, I won't say this again, but you'll be playing buttons 3 and 4. So very easy bar to start with. The left hand is written on top, capital letter G, lowercase g twice. The capital letter G is G bass, this button here. Button 4 on the outside row, and the lowercase g is G chord, which is the button above that. And I've said this many times, I'll say it once more. I use my little finger on button 4, my third finger on button 3, and in fact in this tune it's only those 2 buttons all the way through. If you find that too hard, use 2 and 3, or in fact 1 and 2. A lot of people do that, and that's absolutely fine. So there's our first bar. Nice and easy because you've got things happening in both hands all at the same time. The next bar, second bar, is a little bit harder. So here, quite a bit happening in that bar. We've got our G and B notes again in the right hand, but this time instead of just playing one of those B notes, we do 2 of them. So instead of 1 beam across those 2 notes, we've got 2, and these are semiquavers, and you count that first beat 1 and a, 1 and a. The bass is the same for that beat. You've got the G bass and the G chord, and the G chord comes in on the first of those 2 B notes. So far everything on the push. Now second half of this bar, we've got our first note on the pull. Now the button we've just played was B. If we play the same button and pull out, we've got the note C, natural, C if you like. And then you literally just change the direction of the bellows to sound that B note. That's what that dagger underneath the note means. If you prefer to repress the button, you can of course. So that's what you do. Pull, push. You can see semiquavers again, you've got double beams across these notes, so pretty quick. And you're then going to go to the button above, pull out to get the A, and push the same button in to get the G. So you've got the dagger again there, because you can get those 2 notes from 1 button press. So it's pull, push, pull, push. And notice I don't move the bellows very much. Just a tiny amount to change the note on the same button. The bass line here is our other bass. It's D bass D chord. So we had G bass G chord on the push, play the same buttons on the pull, and you've got D bass D chord. Now notice how the D bass comes on the C. Lift your bass off when you play that B on the push, otherwise you'll have an unwanted G on the push. So likewise here, when you play the A on the right hand, you've got the D chord, and then you're going to lift off as you play that G on the push. So just little dainty steps on that bass there. Don't hang on to those buttons, otherwise, like I say, you will have unwanted basses. Bass line there, literally push and pull. How do we count that right hand there? In that second bar, we count it 1 and a, 2 and a, because we have a quaver, 2 semiquavers and 4 further semiquavers. So you have 1 and a, 2 and a. Right, let's play those first 2 bars. And get prepared for that by pulling the bellows out, because if you start with the bellows almost closed, of course you'll rapidly run out of air. The bellows will close up and you won't be able to play any notes. So pull it out a bit before you start. And keep the bellows square, don't let them droop. All the usual things, and you've got your first 2 bars done there.